Hello everyone, Miss Alina. Hope you are enjoying your winter vacations as I am. Today we have a cold day, but it's sunny. So what's the purpose of this video? I'm going to present 4 activities that are kind of very suitable for the first week after going back to teaching mode. I believe that it's much better to have 2-3 ideas or games, engaging games in mind, rather than going straightforwardly, like diving headfirst into content. So it's like, in order to make the lessons more motivating, we should try to include some of these things. You know, it would be more motivating for students and also for ourselves as teachers. So let's go to activity number 1. This is called Two Truths and a Lie. It's a traditional game. It is very much used in theater, but we can apply it to the class situation. What's the idea? You're going to write 3 sentences connected to your winter vacations. You are going to read them in a loud voice and students are going to vote. Which do you think is the lie? Since this is going to be done through Zoom, then they can use their fingers. If you think that number 1 is a lie, if you think that number 2 is the lie, or number 3. So you're going to use their fingers. Good? Now, as teachers, you go first and you demonstrate. So you can play this game in 2 options. I'm going to go with option number 1. This is random sentences. Listen to my examples. Number 1. During my winter holidays, I bought a whole fitness set through Mercado Libre. Number 2. I finished reading a novel I had started in summer and I had never had the time to finish it. Number 3, I ordered delivery food more than 5 times because I really didn't feel like cooking. Now, voting time. Which one do you think is a lie? And so students will show in numbers at the same time. This is excellent then to have a kind of discussion, like, okay, tell me, why do you think that number 2 is a lie? Why do you think that 3 is a lie? What, you think that I don't like cooking? So you can start having a discussion with students about that. And it's an excellent way to share personal information and to get to know each other from different perspectives. Now, another option to carry out this activity is to do it exactly in the same way, but instead of random sentences, you just present a topic, a kind of theme. So it's a themed version of Two Truths and a Lie. That's why it's like a twist to the traditional game. In this case, I thought of series, I thought of Netflix, and I believe that this is an excellent activity to carry out with teenagers. Or if you are in primary schools, maybe from 6th grade or maybe 7th grade. Now, if you do it with series, the 3 sentences should be talking about series. Listen to my examples. Two Truths and a Lie. Number 1. During my winter holidays, I watched Dark season 1 in 3 days. Number 2. I found the plot of Dark not confusing at all, so I didn't need to Google anything on the web. Number 3. My favorite character from Dark is Jonas. Now, voting time. Which do you think is the lie? Well, in this case, everyone will guess, everyone will vote for number 2, because clearly, who found the plot of Dark clear? No one. But anyway, this is just an example, and that was activity number 1. Let's pass on to activity number 2. Activity number 2 is also a traditional game. It is bingo. But what's the twist? Let's have a look at this. The twist has to do with the activities. I'm going to present a list of activities, but the idea is that we should brainstorm activities with your students, with our students. So I may suggest some of them, and of course, since this is going to be carried out through Zoom, you can share the whiteboard and write down the list of activities there. In this case, I have this handmade list here for you to have a look. Look at that, bingo actions, watch Netflix. Remember that this is for teenagers, so all the actions are more connected to teenagers' lives than kids. Then we will discuss other different activities to include if you're dealing with kids. And remember that the activity is to build up this list together. You may suggest 6, 7, or 8, and then your students should suggest the others. But look at the amazing list you can have. Watch Netflix, bake a cake, do fitness exercise, read a book, listen to a podcast in Spotify, make a playlist in Spotify, make a TikTok, then do your nails, watch YouTube videos, take photos, make dinner for all the family, make an IG live, then wash your family car, wash your dog, do up your bedroom, fix broken things, and then plant flowers. These are some suggestions, yes. Then, of course, depending on the level you have or the amount of time you want to spend on the game, you may ask students to prepare a grid on a piece of paper that could have 9 boxes, like this one, and select some of the actions. Yes, in this case, these are my selections. Now, if you're going to take longer, or if your students, I don't know, you think that you have the time to do it and you want to make it longer, then you can make it longer. You can have, instead of 9 boxes, you can have 12 boxes, yes? And then you have all those actions written down on a piece of paper. You can have a box or a bag, and you play it in the traditional way. So you, from your house, you pick up first action and you just call it out. Notice that the actions are all written down in the infinitive, yes? But then, after the game is over, then we will have students actually producing and conjugating the verbs. So first action, make a TikTok. Number 2, do gym. Number 3, make dinner for all the family. So, students are like crossing out the actions they have until they cover the 9 boxes. And in that case, they call out bingo, and we have the winner. Once we have the winner, then it's time to discuss and share information. And this is the most interesting moment of the game, because then you can have an actual conversation. Now, you tell me, so Sophie, did you make dinner for the entire family? And yes, she may say, and so she tells you, yes, once I wanted to surprise my family, and so I decided to make dinner, and I made it on my own without the help of anyone. Oh, good. What did you cook? Well, it was pizza. It was not easy, and so you have conversation about what they actually did during the vacations, and you share some true anecdotes from their lives. And this is very rewarding for you, for them, and they feel that they are acknowledged. They feel they are being heard, and that they are being, I don't know, this is a very nice activity. So you can play this a couple of times, okay, maybe 2 times, yeah. And then you have the sharing time. So that's why I think it is bingo, but with a twist, because it involves some personal stuff. Good. Let's pass on to activity number 3. Activity number 3 has a connection with these actions in a way. So the idea is like to start having a conversation with students as regards things that they have done from the perspectives of achievements. So maybe once if you watched a TV series in Netflix, this is not so much of an achievement. So as a teacher, you can kind of give examples of things that you have done that somehow made you feel proud of yourself, or things that you have not done for a long time and that you managed to do during the winter vacations. So the idea is like we are all going to have like kind of post-its. This is the idea. So maybe you should tell students to get some post-its in order to do that. And so you give them some first, you will demonstrate. And so I go myself first. Well, some of the achievements or some of the successful things I have been able to do during these winter vacations, like I attended 3 webinars. And that was very interesting. And as this is a post-it, you just stick it on your face. Yes, like this. Then I also managed to learn myself, to teach myself how to play a piano song, a new song in the piano. And so that made me feel very proud of myself. Then I also tidied up my closet, which was a mess. And now I have a lot of space. It's incredible, all the things I can put inside. Then I also, one day I I made some vegan smoothies, and they were delicious. Everyone loved them, and they were not so difficult. It was not so difficult. I don't have any more space. These post-its are very big. And then finally, for Friends Day, I found a friend of mine who I haven't talked for like 10 years. And I called her, and it made me feel so good. So look at all the things I have achieved during the winter vacations. It's very funny, to suddenly see your face all covered with post-its. And it's like a very concrete way to sense your achievements. Yes, probably it would be better if you have smaller post-its so that you have more space on your face. And it is a question of working on a kind of affirmation and positivity. Like, you see, you all have done good things, and maybe you're not aware of that. Maybe you don't know, because you are not putting it into words. In this case, you are putting it into words orally and in written form, and visually, because you can see all your face covered with post-its. I think that it's good to do it, you just as a teacher, you do it first, because they can see that some of the things are not that unattainable. Like, for example, tidying up your closet. It really made me feel proud of myself, and maybe they don't give importance to something like this, because it's not so, I don't know, revolutionary as, I don't know, doing something more I don't know, significant, but it is significant for your life. Or this question of I teaching myself a new song in the piano. Yeah, I really love that, and it was like learning something new. And it's not like so like wow, she traveled to the moon. No, I tried some vegan smoothies, and they were delicious, and I have never done that before. So this is good to make students aware of their potential and of their own power, and then kind of becoming more positive as regards their actual skills. So I found this activity very, very nice. Okay, so activity number 4, and this is the last one. I'm going to explain it right now. So give me a second. I'm going back into a minute. Okay, so activity number 4, it's a rap. You know that I like raps, I like music, and I like rhythm. So if you are the same as me, you can include that. It is a little bit challenging, but well, you should try. Probably you will need to work on phonetics. Why? Because of the rhyming pairs. You won't expect your students to produce this in one class, okay? You can give them some time. You can give them, I don't know, 2-3 days to work on this at home, to try different combinations, and you can even suggest some interesting videos in English, people teaching them the basic tips in order to start working with rhymes and with rhythms and beats. But you should tell them to just work on 4 lines, yes? I mean, in my case, I have kind of 9 lines, it's a little bit longer, but they can begin with just 4 lines, and then it's going to be really, really funny to share those things. And apart from that, there are many students, especially teenagers. This is an activity to carry out with teenagers. There are many teens that really love rap or trap, and they are into this, and it might be much more would be like a lot easier for them than what it is for you. So as usual, you just go first, demonstrate, and then you can work on rhyming pairs with basic sounds and diphthongs. And it's an interesting word to connect with phonetics, and then you give them time to prepare this. As I said to you, it's not something that can be made in just one lesson. So listen to my version. It is without music, but you can do it with music too. It is Winter Holidays is the title of my creation. So there I go. Okay, there I go. I spent my winter holidays inside. It is lockdown, but good I said it isn't gonna put my spirits down. No crying, no complaining. Instead, I've kept on playing, and thus we had the greatest time my bodies and me ever. I chatted, I cooked, I watched YouTube non-stop. Just once my Wi-Fi failed, and I swear it blew my top. So I took my old board games, cards, dice, and chess, and I challenged all my friends who can be the best. Okay, so people, this is all. I'm finishing my video. I hope you find this activity useful again. If you have any comments or any questions, you can write those comments in my YouTube channel. Yes, as usual, I really love getting feedback from my videos, so or doubts as regards how to actually use these things. So I hope you like them, and I hope we all have a successful second part of the year working in this way, in this crazy way. Bye.